What's going on, y'all? Jordan the Maestro in the building. Hope everyone has been having a great trading week. Let's get into the charts. Let's see what's going on, what has happened this week, and how the market is shaking. All right. So all week long, y'all, all week long, we have gold that has been in this consolidation over here. So there have been moves, however, there have been definitely moves that can be capitalized on. But for the most part, just been patient and waiting to see what happens within this zone. So it's been trading and ranging within a couple of support and resistance zones. And right now we just checking to see how it's moving and where it wants to break out from. Okay, if you are someone who is looking at particular market structure, particular pattern, then for you looking at this, you're looking at a sell pattern for gold. Pretty much what you're seeing here. If we go to a higher time frame, right, on a 4-hour, we have this large impulsive move downwards. This is your correction coming up here, and we should expect a continuation downwards, possibly to this level over here where price previously settled. But for anyone who's trading supply and demand, support resistance, then we definitely can look at these ranges, right? We can look at how price is reacting in between these zones, okay? And despite the fact that price has been within this range, we still have opportunities. And one particular opportunity that we saw here, this happened last night, which was Wednesday night. Okay, and what happened here is, as I move this over, we have a double bottom that was formed. Okay, and let me show you that more clearer. We have a double bottom. So price came into this area of support, came back up, and then settled back to this area of support. Notice the candles that are wicking towards the area of support, still showing it respect. This was a great opportunity. Called out this buy in the signal room, and we were able to capitalize on that together. So it was a great move, easy move. This was about, let me see, smooth. Yeah, caught it for about 100 pips, went all the way up to TP. And then as we were looking here, we had a 1-hour close above resistance. 1-hour close above resistance. So pretty much all you're waiting for after that is for the second candle to form and give you some kind of indication that price is going to continue going up. So this right here, this second candle, this could have been an understandable loss if anyone took this trade, because it would have been easy to assume that price would continue going upwards, especially if it passed this resistance. But even if it didn't, because you went beyond this resistance over here, the assumption for a breakout trader could have easily been to take the buy and continue to ride it up. So very understandable if there was a loss here. You just got to stick to it, stick to your trading plan, and just move on to the next trade. Okay, but either way, price came right back down, and as price came into this area, I did catch a sell from this area going all the way down here. Right, didn't hold it for too long, wanted to match this area of support where price previously settled, closed over here, and got some good profits. So that is gold. The way it's moving right now, I wouldn't be surprised if we continue going downwards, but this is a major area of support over here where it has settled. So it has to get past this area. Getting past this area, as you can see, my alert is set here. Once it gets past this area, we have a lot of room to go down. If we look at the 4-hour here, a lot of room to go down, no major areas of support all the way up until we get to this area over here around 1847-ish area. So, and then even then, it's not a major support. The major support will probably be around that 1835 area. So plenty of room to go down for gold. Just got to keep watching it and see how it reacts on those levels. Okay, US 30 also showing a lot of respect, tons of respect to that area of resistance up there. Okay, so US 30, remember we said this area of resistance is going to be tough to break. So as you can see here, US 30 is on its way down. This could definitely be one of your, well, not your first TP, maybe your first TP is over here. This could definitely be your TP, your main TP, where price had settled, showed tremendous respect to this area of support. But if it breaks below that, then we can possibly go all the way down to the next area of support. Okay, so watch out for US 30. It is bearish right now, and there is plenty of volume with US 30. However, just a few hours until US session closes for the day, so definitely you want to be careful with that. Okay, last thing I'll show you guys today is UJ, something very important that I showed to my students this week, which are gap fills. Okay, so if you go to UJ, you'll see that when the market opened up, it somewhat opened up in a gap. Okay, opened up in a gap. So with this gap, what price tends to do when you see things like this is that price tends to, at some point, not always immediately, but at some point, want to fill in this gap. Okay, so that is what price did. So as price was coming back around and coming down here, we got to this level over here, and I said that I predicted that if price would be able to break this area of support, okay, and if you extend that across, if price can break this support over here, then this is a for sure trade to the downside because of this gap fill, which is going to be another confluence. Okay, so whenever you see things like this in the market and you happen to see price gearing towards that direction, use this as another confluence. Don't use it to just say, oh, price has to fill up that gap and I'm just going to trade, I'm just going to sell right now. You don't want to do that. Use it as an extra confluence that price is going to cover that gap at some point. And if price shows you something else like a break of structure, right, break of support over here, and there happens to be a gap, then that's a great entry. So from there, if you took this trade, you're gonna just check on a 15-minute, right? If you took this trade, let's say you took this trade after the close of the candle, from here all the way to here, pretty good trade, 70 pips, very easy trade, very successful trade. So definitely plenty of room to make money. So overall, so far not too bad. The markets have been choppy overall, not the best week in the world, not a ton of setups, but there are still setups and people are still making money. So you just got to be patient. If it's not your setup, just wait until things align, until your alert goes off, and then you trade. But either way, you don't want to rush into anything, even if you only took one trade for the week, because that was the only trade that matched your setup, then so be it. It's better that you don't make any money and don't lose any money rather than you lose money. Okay, so not losing money is the win. It's not always about making money, but it makes sure you don't lose money unnecessarily. That is the main win when you are in these markets. Okay, so guys, continue to trade safe. All right, this was just a quick recap, just letting you know what's going on, what I'm seeing in the week. Let me know what other pairs you want me to analyze, and we will continue to add that to our session so that we can analyze more pairs together, right, y'all? So trade safe, be patient, especially in these market conditions, and when you do see a setup, execute. All right, y'all? So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Jordan Maestro, take care, y'all.